every fight. Your clothes still hangs where it belonged. I wander through the fading light and hum the echoes of her song. Every corner hides a trace of laughter lost, a vanished face. I reach for warmth that's out of reach and find the silence speaks. The last place love felt safe is buried in the quiet room. Every shadow holds a memory. Every window frames the gloom. Last place love felt safe. Even when the doors are closed, it lingers in the empty air. A truth we never hear. The candle burns a trembling light. The handwriting drifts across the page as they to ghosts in fading night that linger past their stage. Every heart recalls your name. Every sigh recalls the flame. I try to leave, but the walls remain. A home of both love and care. Last place love felt safe is buried in the quiet room. Every shadow holds a memory. Every window frames the last place love felt safe. Even when the doors are closed, it lingers in the empty air. A truth we never chose. So I walk through the fading dark and learn to carry what remains. The last place love felt safe. beats beneath the chance. The room is quiet, dust in the air. Your scarf still drapes across the chair. I hear your footsteps in the hall, like echoes bouncing off the wall. Every corner keeps your trace, a tender ghost I can't erase. I reach for warmth that's no longer mine. Yeah, every shadow feels divine. Your memory still sleeps here in the corners of the night. Every whisper calls your name, every shadow holds your light. Your memory still sleeps here in the silence of this space. Even when the world moves on, it's your presence I still The window glows with moonlit rain. I trace the paths we walked in vain. A photograph left on the floor holds the laughter we had before. Every breath recalls your voice, every pause renews the choice. I try to leave, but the room remains a place where only memory reigns. Your memory still sleeps here in the corners of the night. Every whisper calls your name, every shadow holds your light. Your memory still sleeps here in the silence of this space. Even when the world moves on, it's your presence I still chase. So I linger until morning comes. With every heartbeat, every tear, your memory still sleeps here, and I keep it close, so the evening hums beneath the lights. Our shadows stretch across the floor. I hear a melody in flight from a time we can't ignore. Every chord recalls your smile, a rhythm we almost knew. I reach for notes that slipped away, but they linger soft and true. The song that waited for us played quiet will shine beneath my hands, a harmony I can't forget. Each line a map of where we stand, a path of love and regret. Every verse becomes a bridge between what was and what could be. I follow melodies that call and find your spirit guiding me. The song that waited for us played quietly in the night. Every lyric told our story, every pause felt so right. The song that waited for us kept its promise through the years. Even when we drifted far, it echoed through our fears. So when the silence fills the room and shadows start to blur the view, I hear the tune that held us close, the song that waited for us. And you, the song that waited for us, played quietly in the night. Every lyric told our story, every pause felt so right. The song that waited for us kept its promise through the years. Even when we drifted far, it echoed through our fears. Bare branches trace a silver sky, sidewalk chalk washed pale and thin. You matched every step nearby as the dust drew slowly in. Paper bags from corner shops rustled softly in the breeze. Conversation never stops, yet floats along with ease. The way February felt with you, cool air mixed with gentle heat. Every ordinary view turned tender on that street. Ooh. Pavement shining after rain, puddles catching amber glow. Late buses sigh along the lane, while distant storefronts dim and slow. We linger where the crosswalk waits, counting cars that pass us by, neither rushing past the gates of the moment, drifting by. Hearts beating under street lamps, close enough to almost hear. Every pulse the silence stamps, louder when you're standing near. Vending signs flicker and fade, paper cups between our hands. Midtown shattered, gently swayed through the quiet where we stand. You brush raindrops from my sleeve, eyes reflecting city light. In that pause I start to believe this could last beyond tonight. Hearts beating under street lamps, rhythm steady in the glow. No rehearsed or perfect plans, just a feeling we both know. If avenues pull us apart and busy crowds erase the maps, I'll still recall how felt my heart beating under street lamps. Hearts beating under street lamps. Hearts beating under street lamps. Hearts beating under street lamps, close enough to almost hear. Every pulse the silence stamps, louder when you're standing louder when you're standing crowded buses passing fast, headphones leaking distant beats. Billboards flicker as we pass through a rush of moving streets. Voices rising all around, car horns calling through the day. Yet a calmness can be found when you gently take my hand away. Soft love in a loud world, whispered close so none can hear. All the chaos left unfurled disappears when you are near. You are elevators packed too tight, phones all glowing blue and bright. Still your glance cuts through the sight, pulling me from all the noise and light. Tiny smile you always give, more than any word can prove. In that space I truly live, in the comfort that you move. the traffic drown in a slow electric glow. Dusty cups along the ledge, conversations drifting wide, neither standing near the edge, yet nothing left to hide. That night felt like forever, stretched beyond the turning day. Every second held together in a fragile, shining way. Faint guitars from streets beneath, laughter carried through the air. You brush crumbs from my sleeve like you always place them there. We trace shapes across the sky, naming stars we barely knew, letting hours wander by with no need for something new. That night felt like forever, calm within a restless scene. Every moment tied together in between what might have been. If dawn rewrites what we once knew and different paths appear wherever, I'll still return in thought to you, to when that night felt like forever. That night felt like forever, stretched beyond the turning day. Every second held together in a fragile, shining Moonlight settles on the bay, windows glow in distant rows. Footsteps wander off the way where the quiet river flows. Eyes collide, no need for sound. Something moves beneath the skin, a silent truth we somehow found before the talking could begin. The night heart spoke first, long before our lips could try. Feelings rising unrehearsed like sparks across an open sky. Park benches and empty lanes, street signs humming soft and low, shared smiles without refrains, letting mutual wonder City windows shimmering blue, taxi tires hiss on wet cement. You stood there wearing something new, like chance and fate were heaven sent. Small talk faded into air, silence said what words could not. Every glance became a dare, tied together by a single thought. We fell in love after midnight, when the streets were running thin. Two strangers caught in dim light, letting something deep begin. Coffee steam between our hands, laughter spilling soft and low. No one else could understand how fast a simple spark can grow. We traced our stories line by line, shared the way we used to hide. Somehow yours fit into mine, like missing pieces set aside. We fell in love after midnight, with the world asleep around. Hearts racing in quiet twilight, to a barely breathing sound. If dawn arrived and pulled us through into lives we never planned, I'd still remember meeting you, like fate written in our hands. We started something soft and unsteady, like a spark unsure of flame. Every line felt almost ready, but we never said its name. You held back, I did too, both afraid of sounding true. Every pause became a space where honesty refused its place. The song we didn't finish still plays inside my head. Every note we left unfinished is everything we never said. We smiled through the missing pieces, pretending nothing felt undone. Every verse avoided reasons why we stopped before we'd begun. I hear the ending we ignored, hiding in the chords we missed. Some stories don't need an open door, they Natural breathing on the wall while I stood too close to leaving. Your eyes were asking something more than I was brave enough to read in. I told myself there'd be another time, another chance to circle back. But moments don't stand still in line, they disappear once you turn your back. If I'd stayed 5 more minutes, would the ending feel the same? Would you have said what I didn't? Or would it still hurt just the same? The doorway framed a different choice. One step changed the air between us. Every thought drowned out your voice by all the reasons I believed in. I replay that second over and over like it's waiting to be undone. Some goodbyes don't feel like closure, they feel like they just begun. If I'd stayed 5 more minutes, would the ending feel the same? Would you have said what I didn't? Or would it still hurt just the same? Now time won't answer when I ask, it just keeps moving through. If I'd stayed 5 more minutes, I might still be here with you. The street feels wider without a sound. Footsteps fall when no one waits. Every sign I thought I found leads me past familiar gates. I carry questions in my coat, like stones I never learned to drop. Every step keeps pulling close to the truth I try to stop. A long way back alone is heavier than I believed. Every mile carved in stone by the things I couldn't keep. Neon fades into the night. Faces blur and pass me by. Every turn avoids the light, as if the dark could tell me why. I don't look over my shoulder now, I let the silence take its place. after the last note fell, strings still shaking in the air. We stood frozen in that ending spell, like something unfinished hung there. I felt the pause before the goodbye, a breath too heavy to ignore. Every silence asked me why we didn't play it once more. If we had one more song to sing, one more truth we wouldn't hide, I'd let the melody decide what words could never bring. Your voice faded into the hallway. Mine was never meant to chase. Every harmony broke halfway, lost inside the wrong embrace. I heard the ending coming fast before my heart could change the tune. Every second rushed the past, leaving echoes out of you. If we had one more song to sing, one more truth we wouldn't hide, I'd let the melody decide what words could never bring. Now the music lives in me alone, a verse I never got to show. If we had one more song, you'd know. You arrive like a borrowed moment, smiling just enough to pull me in. Every promise felt half spoken, like you knew how this would end. I built my faith on passing glances, on words that never learned to root. Every chance I gave you freely, you wore it out, then cut it loose. The way you never stayed still lingers in my chest. Every time you turned away, you left me with the rest. You touch my life in careful fragments, never long enough to leave a scar. Every time I reach for something solid, you were already too far. I learned the shape of your escape before I learned the truth of you. Every sign was drawn in motion, pointing where you disappeared to. The way you never stayed still Streetlights hum outside my window. Clock hands crawl without a sound. Empty hours stretch much longer when your presence isn't around. I pour another thought into the dark, let it drift without a name. Every memory leaves a mark that nightfall learns to frame. Late nights feel like you in ways I can't explain. Every shadow pulls me through a familiar kind of pain. Screens glow softly on the ceiling. Unread messages remain. Every song begins revealing how the quiet calls your name. I swear the air still knows your shape, even now when I'm alone. Every breath I try to escape leads me back to what I've known. Late nights feel like you in ways I can't explain. Every shadow pulls me through a familiar kind of pain. Soon the morning breaks the spell, but night will always tell the truth. Late nights know me far too well because they still feel like you. Corner booth beside the rain. Silver spoons against the cup. You were tracing circles plain while the evening filled us up. Nervous tapping on the glass, eyes that didn't want to roam, waiting for the words to pass from the silence we had grown. When you whispered, "Be mine," very louder than a sigh, all the scattered stars aligned in the hush that drifted by. Street reflections on the floor, taxi headlights passing slow. You lean closer than before, letting quiet courage colors fresh and bright. Morning robins start to sing, waking slowly into light. You reached out to pick a bloom, careful of the hidden thorn, held it gently as perfume, feel the calm of tender morn. Your presence lingers there, petals resting in a book, pressed between forgotten lines. Every page a second look at the trace your touch defines. Every rose reminds me of the warmth you used to bring. Quiet echoes bind me to a never fading spring. If someday gardens turn to gray and colors fade from what I see, I'll still carry day by day how every rose reminds me. I trace the space where your hand should be. Empty corners echo with your name. Every glance feels like a memory of a warmth that never stayed the same. And I feel the miles grow silently between the whispers and the things we hide. Every heartbeat screams a quiet plea, pulling me closer to the other side. The distance between your heart and mine stretches further than the hands of time. Every longing mine.